Okay. All right. I think we are live. So,
Oh boy.
all right, here we go. So, all right, everybody, I'm Ryan. This is Sterling. We're the hosts of the Rattle Cage YouTube channel. We are going to break down the South Point 400 here. Pulled up behind us here is the practice chart from yesterday's practice. So we will. It's kind of a messy slate a little bit.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's kind of straightforward. I mean, there's definitely some place differential plays. I feel like some obvious ones, and then some decent ones, and then I think the DOMs are where it's going to get a little bit tricky.
Yeah, that's definitely where it's gonna get a little tricky, but there's a group of like 4 or 5 guys that I'm gonna have 2 of each in every lineup, so
Exactly. So yeah, we'll go over driver by driver breakdown and possibly make a lineup and see where our heads at. So first off, at the top, we got Kyle Larson. Obviously, Kyle Larson is Kyle Larson. There's not much to talk about. Hottest driver right now. Where do you think you'll be with Kyle Larson? Will he be one of your top 3 owned guys? Because I think he'll be there.
he will definitely be one of my top 3.
I think so too. I think he might be my third. I think obviously there's, Blaney. We'll get to that one later. He'll probably be up there, and then Christopher Bell will probably be up there for me. I think I trust Bell a little bit. But
yeah, if you look back across the last 3 Las Vegas races, Kyle Larson had 64 speedster points in this spring race, and then 63 in the last fall race, and 34 in the 2023 spring race. So I feel like he probably gets at least that 34 again.
Yeah, I think so too. It's really hard to bet against this guy right now. So I mean, even starting 5th, I'm, even if he takes the lead at the end of stage 1 or something like that, like works his way up to second or third, stage 1, the end of stage 1, to come in, whatever. Then he goes out, and him and Bell pull away, and maybe eventually he passes. But I could see that happening, and then just nobody catches him the rest of the day.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much exactly what happens. It's either Bell or Reddick that leads early, and then Larson takes over the second half of the race.
Yeah, and that is where it's going to be tough. So next up, we got William Byron. Just I don't know, just practice time doesn't. I was actually like excited for Byron this week. I figured this would be one of the races he comes out and unloads fast. He just didn't. So
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of alarming. William 2014 is one of them teams that like just come out and can dominate any race, but it just doesn't look like this is the one.
No, I don't think I'm gonna have any
No.
Byron this week, and I looked back through all the races this season on this tire, and he I think maybe total had 15 speedster points across 6 different races combined. So I don't really have any interest in Byron.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with Byron as well. Denny Hamlin starting 4th. We talked about Denny. He's just Mr. Consistent at these tracks. As far as the dominators, like let's put Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Reddick. I think those are probably the top 4.
Yeah.
Where would you rank Hamlin? Like Hamlin might be.
That's tough.
I think Hamlin might be 3rd or last for me, but like I could see Hamlin coming out and winning this race, but it just seems like lately he just hasn't. But Hamlin is one of them guys who could just come out and start his own streak, I guess. But it just seems like he just hasn't had the playoffs he's looking for yet. So I don't know where
his playoff run has definitely been terrible.
Yeah. I don't know where I'd rank him, but I think it'd be like third or fourth. I think he'll be like my third or fourth owned out of the Bell, Larson, Reddick, and Hamlin. Yeah. And well, Byron's last for me, but Hamlin's, I think, second to last. I think I'll have more Bell than Hamlin. I think I'll have more Reddick than Hamlin. I think I'll have more Larson than Hamlin.
I would agree. That's Hamlin's probably going to be my fourth
Yeah.
highest owned there, but I definitely plan to have two of all four of those guys in every lineup.
Yes. So so Sterling's looking at the 10K guys here, that's where I was saying this is kind of tough because all the 10K guys started inside the top 10. I mean, you could kick William Byron out, but there's literally the four guys up there that could potentially win this race and dominate. So, yeah, I'm with Sterling. I think you have to try to pick two of them and, try to roll that way. But
for the most part, I'll probably be something like one of Bell, Reddick, and then one of Larson, Hamlin.
I was thinking that too. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're...
That doesn't mean I wouldn't play those guys together. I'll have something like that, but...
Yeah. So then next up, we do have Christopher Bell, who does start on the pole. He started on the pole in Kansas. That's what we were talking pre-show. I remember that. Like, he started on the pole. I think I played like 90% of them. And he was still optimal, but I know they had that weird 2-tire strategy, and then he hit the wall a couple times. I think he ended up finishing top 10, but it wasn't as good of a day as he could have had. But I mean, he's still, I believe, optimal. He might not have been, but I believe he was there at Kansas. So I will be high on Bell. He said he really liked his car, which, like Sterling said, that's really odd for him to come out and say he likes his car because most of the time he doesn't. So, yeah, he said his car had a lot of speed. I'm in on Bell. I think he leads majority of stage one, if not the whole stage one. I think the guy started on the outside is definitely in play too. That's where this is going to get tough, but you got to, diversify, or you go one way and hope for the best. So where are you at with Christopher Bell?
I'm not 100% sure which way I want to go between these two yet. I'm probably going to lean more Bell than Reddick for the simple fact that what Bell did at Kansas, and I feel like Vegas and Kansas are pretty much the same track.
Yeah. Bell looked good. They had that 2 tires strategy, and then somebody, I can't remember if it was Larson. I don't remember who was running him down, but he was basically overdriving the car. And then, that's basically what happened to Bell. Like I said, I'll be high on Bell, but I could see the repeat. But then next up you got Reddick. And Reddick, honestly, that's sitting here looking at his practice speeds here, and there's a lot of ones, a lot of twos, a lot of threes. Like this car is fast.
Yeah, that's he was definitely extremely fast, and I've seen some Twitter nonsense saying that with that paint scheme, it's definitely a cheater car. And
that's what I said I said it at the Discord. I didn't see that on Twitter. I saw that car go out on the track. I'm like, yeah, there's no way that car's not winning. I mean, every time he brings a Jordan paint scheme, I feel like he's won.
Yeah, I can't decide between that front row.
But I can't either. What does ownership projections look like for these guys here? 10K and above.
10K and above, we're seeing Larson as the highest, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, then William Byron.
Okay.
Larson's the highest at 37.
Oh, that's it.
Then Bell's 35, Reddick 31. So
okay, I don't mind that.
Which kind of, I hate to say it, but that really makes me like Hamlin a little bit more, just because he's roughly almost 10% less owned.
Yeah.
But Hamlin is still my fourth favorite in that range.
So I won't lie to you. This next guy here, I was completely like out on pre-show, but like looking at his practice times, I think you got to sprinkle some Joey Logano in.
I hate that.
I do too, but like
I know exactly what you mean. Like you look at those practice times, and you just how do you not have some?
now the bad thing is, okay, so like when we get to like let's say lap 29 here, it doesn't look like a lot of cars were out on the track. So I mean there is that going for him. Like I mean, judging by these top guys, I mean, well on lap 20, Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez. So like I but like he's still like lap 22 he put up a 1, lap 24 he put up a 1, and there were a lot of cars on the track there.
Based from lap 10 on, like his first 8 laps he was garbage, but then
that's normally how Joey Logano is. He's normally a lead car.
Well, with that lap 9 there not having a lap, must have pitted there or something. So I'm wondering if they made a slight adjustment.
Yeah, I'm not like if you would have asked me last night what I was out with Joey Logano, I'd have been like, oh yeah, like he's fading. Like I'm not playing any of them. Practice time right in front of us. I'm just like, oof.
Seeing him just over 10% definitely makes a good large field play.
Yeah, I like that as a pivot. I think
I could see him being today's AJ Allmendinger.
or something said that in the Discord. So yeah, I think I'll be. What did you say? 10%.
13.
I'll be over that. I don't think I'm going to go crazy. I don't think he'll be like as far as like Larson territory for me or anything. But I will play some Logano, just judging by that long run speed, in case we do have a long green flag run. So Chase Elliott, I don't know what happened in qualifying. I didn't really pay close attention. Looked like his car, like I noticed that in practice, his car was fast. And then when he posted 18th, I was like, man, I think Chase Elliott's a great play here.
I like it because of the 18 starting place, but other than that,
now I did do the math for him to hit 6x, and this is if he would have to hit 6x, but he would have to finish 7 points.
Yeah,
scary a little bit, but I mean he did have on it off some fast laps somewhere.
Oh man, I don't know. Across the last 4 Las Vegas races, he has a total points.
Oh wow, what's his ownership look like?
2%.
Maybe is he a good fade?
I think he is a good fade because I'm sitting here looking. He has done nothing on this tire.
Okay. Oh, you talked me. I honestly was really high on him, but yeah. Then we did the math, and he had to finish second. I was like, oh well, he could get some speedster points, but yeah.
I mean, I'd rather just play Blaney 200 cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next up, we got Blaney. Obviously, blew the tire or anything. We don't know if they were aggressive with the setup or what, but you know, blew a tire. 37th. I feel like this is the chalk of the week, basically.
Yeah, he's by far the highest owned in projection, like 20%, damn near 60% projected right now. So,
do you think you'll be over that? Do you think Blaney will be your highest owned guy on the slate?
He definitely won't be my highest owned.
You don't think?
No, that's my highest owned for between Hamlin. Blaney, my initial gut feel is to fade him, but I don't think you can really Blaney starting 37th at 9,300.
No, I did the math. He would have to get up to 12th to get 6x,
which is extremely
reasonable, especially when you see Joey Logano and Austin Cindric with fast cars. So if them two have fast cars, Blaney. Now Blaney is going to a backup car.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you put into that. I mean, these backup cars anymore are I don't think there's really, back in the day when they went to a backup car, it was like, that's like eighths of their actual primary car, I felt like.
Yeah, and this backup could possibly be the car they already had prepared for Homestead. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
So
that's a good. I think I'm going to start out a lot with Blaney and like a Larson Bell.
I can definitely see wanting to get to Blaney. The main reason I'm trying not to is just because.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, I want to say he's finished top 6 in like the last 4 races here.
I know, and he was good. That's what I mean. Like I feel like Blaney's gonna get. I feel like he's gonna get there unless something weird happens again where he blows another.
I said 12th for 6X.
Yeah,
I feel like his floor is 15th.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Still looking half there, but I think Blaney's probably like a 7th or 10th place car.
I do too.
Which makes it really hard for me to say I want to fade him, but that is the current plan, to go light on Ryan Blaney.
Okay. He'll probably be my highest owned. I think I'm going to go the opposite. I think I'm going to play that safe, play the chalk, see what happens.
It worked out for Creed yesterday.
Yeah, it did. It's basically the same. Martin Truex Jr. Can't get behind Truex at this point. I just can't.
No, I would much rather play Blaney right above him or Chastain right below him.
Yep.
Even Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody but MTJ.
Yeah. I feel like he's semi-retired. I mean, the car didn't look bad. I just feel like he just doesn't care-ish. It just, I don't know.
There's not really any reason for, like, yeah, it'd be nice to go out on a win, but
yeah, he's out of the playoffs. He's just, yeah. Ross Chastain starting 7th. Looked like he had a, fairly decent beginning of practice. Looks like it fell off a little bit. But, he did win at Kansas.
Yeah.
So there is that.
That was like,
what, a couple weeks ago?
That was, he had a damn good car race.
He did.
And like I said a little bit ago, these are pretty much identical tracks, and it is the same tire code. So
yeah, 8,800. That's tough for me starting 7th. I'll probably have some, but I wish he was a little cheaper, starting a little bit farther back. Like it's a risky play. That's a great GPP play. I feel like I don't know what his ownership looks like.
Is seeing him right around 22%.
That high.
I feel like he is somebody that you would want to make if you're like running an optimizer. You'd want to make a group of like Larson, Hamlin, and him, and have that like 0 to 2.
Yeah,
not anything crazy there. I kind of feel like if Chastain goes up and leads, Hamlin doesn't.
Yeah, because I act at the Roval. I'll go back to the Roval real quick. I made that mistake. I started out a lot of lineups with Bell, Larson, and Byron. They all started in the top 10.
Ooh.
And they won 2-3, but like,
especially at the Roval, you're gonna want more PD than them.
Exactly. So I messed up. So this is one of those where I see where Sterling's coming from. Some cars were going to dominate, and they did. But like, yeah, just 3rd. Larson wins. Who's your other guy? Bell. Yeah. If they finish 1, 2, 3. Now there's, I believe, here.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more points to go around, but that's still you're banking on all 3 of those getting some laps led. So I definitely see where Sterling's coming from. Next up, we got Kyle Busch. Starting 20th, I finished 6th with no Dom points to get 6X. Doesn't look like he really has the car. I'm cheering for Kyle Busch, but I think I'm out DFS.
Yeah, that's like I could see him being like a 12 to 15th place. Not enough.
Yeah, I could see that, like they always do. We always talk, I feel like we always talk about this, but like I could see them in late race rolling the dice or something, getting them like a 5th place finish. But I don't think he'll get up there himself. Next up, we got Ty Gibbs. Really excited about Ty Gibbs this weekend. I know he's not a playoff car, but like he ran good at Vegas here last time he was decent at Kansas, or did something happen to this? I don't remember. But yeah, it just seemed like he had a lot of speed in Las Vegas last time we were here, and I saw the price tag at 8,300, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play a lot of them. Starting 8th, I don't like it.
No, he did finish 5th at Kansas and had 6
what I thought.
Speedster points in that race. Run pretty well there. I probably won't have any Ty Gibbs.
No, won't either. I mean, in him, it's like he's had a lot, like engine wise, I don't know what's up with that team, but it just seems like they've been having a lot of problems. So I think I'm with it. I don't think I'll have any Ty Gibbs. Like I said, I was super excited when I saw his price tag at 8,300. I thought this was going to be the week. I was going to be the steal of the week, and he out-qualified himself too. And that's Alex Bowman. 8,100. I do agree with Sterling. We were talking pre-show. Like, even if he keeps it inside of the top 7 or 8, which is where he normally finishes every single race, I feel okay with his price tag.
Yeah, I honestly feel like he can finish top 5 and get some of those speedster points.
Yeah, no, just out of curiosity, what is Bowman's ownership? Because that might
10%, I want to say.
Okay. So that actually makes one.
Yeah, and the 2023 spring race and the 2022 spring race, he had 14 speedster.
Okay.
He can get some here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like. I was kind of disappointed when he qualified for third. We were talking pre-show, and that might actually draw some ownership off of him. And yeah, maybe I'll be more in on him.
There is only 2 races this year there that he has scored more than 5 Dominator points.
He's not a Dominator.
Yeah, that was Bristol, so
yeah,
somewhat identical tracks to each other.
Yeah.
And then Bristol was like a 500 lapper, so.
Yeah, it's just tough because it's like you got Bowman. Next up, you got Brad Keselowski. Like, that's kind of a range where you want to get a couple guys, but I feel like it's going to be hard doing the whole, like, like Cruz says, stars and scrubs, but I feel like this might be stars and scrubs kind of mid-range. I don't want to say it's going to be absent, but like, it's going to be hard to get a couple of these guys.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this 7K range, really just the 7K range is going to be where you win or lose.
Yeah.
But for the guys building multiple lineups with an arm, also see making a group, Alex Bowman setting that 0-1 with Bowman and Chastain being the favorites in that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Like, yeah, I like Brad Keselowski. I feel like he could come out. I don't know what he'd have to finish to like hit value or whatever if you're looking for that. But looking, them RFK guys, they just don't qualify good. So it's like they're always in play.
Yeah, and they seem to never practice well
No.
either. Which
No.
this week I feel like they practiced better than normal.
Yes, they did. So it's like, I don't know what the hell to do with them too.
Say that I've built 2 lineups so far, and are in each line.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you have to include them. I mean, these guys never practice good, and they come out and they like I hate our I don't hate RFK. Obviously, I just hate our standpoint because this is what they do every single week. They put their card 17th to 30th in qualifying, so it's like, oh, look at the place differential. Like you have to play them. Yeah. I'll probably be high on him too. And off because the next guy, Bubba Wallace, super fast.
And he's actually the lowest projected own between those 3, which shocks me.
I want to play Bubba more. I mean, fast in practice. I mean, obviously, starting outside the pole. Yeah, I think Bubba will probably be, what do I want to say, like top. Definitely not top 5. Definitely probably not top 7. He'll probably be top 10 own guy.
Yeah, I definitely plan on having a lot. I feel like he's like 7th to 12th place card.
Yes. Yeah, it's your points, I feel like.
Yeah, I could see a handful.
Yeah.
But we've seen what 23XI or 2311, whatever you want to call them, what they've done at at Kansas. So once again, Kansas, Vegas, same track. I feel like
which is weird because neither one of them showed up at Kansas this time. Remember we were talking about it. So weird, and then neither one of them showed up at all. But maybe they, I don't know, reversed whatever they were doing something because both cars, Bubba looks good too. Brick out on.
Yeah, it's sucks not in the playoffs anymore. Kind of makes me feel like that team's just checked out at this point.
I agree 100%. Like they're kind of checked out. So
I am excited to see him next season.
In the 19.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be looking for total wins as soon as they come out.
Yeah, he'll be up there, that's for sure. Daniel Suarez definitely looked like he had a good practice. Now I will say I think he did there toward the effect where his like 4th and 5th there were like when not a lot of drivers were out on the track, but all in all, he looked like a pretty fast car in practice.
Yeah, and he actually dominated some of the 2022 fall race here. So
yeah. Oh, and actually, if you look like mid practice, I don't know what lap this is, an 8.5, 4, like that group right there. That's a pretty good group. So, although maybe came out and ran one lap and then pitted, and he came out and looked pretty decent. But yeah, I think I'll be high on Swords. I think that's great place differential at 7,200. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like he's like a 12th to 15th place car.
Yeah, and that's really all you need. What's his ownership look like?
14.
Yeah, I like it. I'll be high. Like I said, I like this 7K group, but I feel like it's gonna be really hard to get there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird build for sure.
It is. Next up, now we got. I don't know what to make of us 11th. It looks like he had like the Joey Logano effect, where like it just looks like as the run went on, his car got faster. Like didn't physically get faster, but were better than everybody else running along. So
yeah, I feel like he would be a very interesting large field play.
Yes,
he's not someone I plan to get anything to get over the field on.
Yeah, and let's talk about this. So like the bad thing is now that football started, the DraftKings field is really like it's cutting like a third, I think. So like you don't have to get real creative as you used to. Like, you know, like when Michigan happened and I won that, it was like 24,000 people. Now it's like 8 something. So like you don't have to get as crazy as what you did.
It's pretty gross.
It really is. I mean, like it is gross, but this is like I don't feel like you have to get creative anymore. Like you can, like maybe 1 or 2 guys, but you don't have to do like all more and be like, oh, I'm gonna pivot off this guy and do all 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, I feel like you could just do it on 1 or 2. And that gets you different. So Noah Gregson, I figured he would be a little bit faster. I still like him. I remember earlier in the year he had a really fast car.
Yeah, you always have to like the Vegas boy when you go to Vegas.
So, but speaking of Vegas boy, we didn't bring that up for Kyle. But I felt like that was going to be the storyline until bottom practice.
Who knows? Maybe something stupid happens in the NASCAR script and he wins.
I could see it. That will be the script for Kyle Busch. But yeah, Noah Gregson ran good at Vegas earlier in the year. Not high, but I will have some Noah Gregson. Eric Jones, this is weird to me. Eric Jones, I feel like does run good at this, but like good car.
Yeah, he's someone that I plan to definitely be overweight on.
Yeah.
See him at like 24% owned right now, though, so that's a little
scary. That is a little scary. I don't know how good them cars are. It's just the cars that scare me. But
finished 4th spring.
So. Yeah, he always runs good at Vegas. It's like he's good at like these miles. Like he just seems to. So 4% ownership. I could see 24% owned. I don't know where I'll be at, but I'll be around it. I don't want to say around.
I don't know if I'll be over. I'll definitely add it, and I will aim to be it. He's not. I'm not going to make it a point to be like 40-50% on him.
Yeah. Josh Berry, any interest?
I can't, dude. He's another one that I'm just ready to see next season.
Yep, I can't either. SVG.
He's
starting 34th. It wouldn't be bad to sprinkle in a little bit of him.
He's interesting because I remember watching like Indy and Michigan and Pocono, and was like, he's starting to look good on these big tracks.
The one that I will give SVG credit, it's like he seems like he is a learner. Like he like you said,
wants it.
Yeah, he wants it. Like I'm with you. Like I'll watch that Xfinity race wherever, like at Darlington or what. Like Darlington really stuck out to me because Darlington's a very hard track. But like he'll start in the back, he'll ride around, he'll try to learn. He'll like it seems like he like follows people and like tries to learn, and then like at the end he'll be 10 positions up. So starting 34th, I feel like he can't really hurt you.
No, that's like I feel like he's kind of capped at like 25th. So somewhat of an iffy play. You're looking at
plus that colleague. I don't know. That colleague equipment. I don't know what's been up with them. Well, that's you know.
That's every time I just I hate that. Because I was a big colleague fan when they were kicking ass in Xfinity, but they went cup racing and everything went south.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but it just seems like, you know, AJ Allmendinger or whoever is just like he's in the field, he's doing decent, and like just something in the car.
Yeah, that's like last week. SVG almost didn't get to start the race.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Yeah, but I will have some. Like I said, starting 34th can't really hurt you. He kind of does interest me a little bit. but it'll probably be under 10%. Carson Hocevar starting 6th. I wish I would have trusted my gut last week. I know we said on here that like he'll get there, and I played a little bit of him, but not good of. But Carson Hocevar, like he's a decent play. I feel like he's a good pivot. He's probably like the Bowman play. I mean, I wouldn't if you're gonna play Hocevar, it's like the same thing. Don't stuff a bunch of them guys in the top 10. But
yeah, save that strategy for Martinsville.
Exactly. Yeah, because Martinsville, I'm lord of that because they can't pass at all.
No, it's like I can tell you right now. I feel like Baltimore is going to be 6 guys in the top 15.
Yeah, basically, it's going to look like Formula One, like just stack run, just. But yeah, Carson Hocevar, I feel like it's a decent play, like a decent pivot, GPP play. I wouldn't play him. I don't think in cash.
No, I definitely would not even consider him in cash, but I think he is a great large field play.
Yes. I don't think I have any interest in Michael McDowell. Definitely no interest in Austin Dillon starting 13th. Any for you? If you do, stop me.
No.
Zane Smith starting 14th.
I think he's like Carson Hocevar. I think he could be a great large field play.
I think so too. And
I actually would not be afraid to play those guys together.
Okay.
I don't think anybody is going to do that.
No.
But I'm going to make it a point to have at least one lineup like that.
I don't mind that. Yeah, I might that also. Like that's definitely a way to get different. And we saw them at the Glen. Now Glen's a completely different track. Like this isn't us saying like, oh, since they did it at the Glen, they're gonna do it at Vegas. But like we saw it at the Glen. Like I believe they were both optimal.
I can't remember where Zane finished.
He was top 5.
Carson finished 3rd.
I think Zane.
Yeah, he finished 5th. So
okay, yeah. Stenhouse. I wish 25th. I feel like he's probably an 18th place car on his good day.
That's where he is helped keep his ownership down, seeing him below 20%. But I don't know. This is definitely the type of track that I typically want to play Stenhouse.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
But I'm just kind of looking through here. He sucked at Kansas. He finished. Let me make sure it's finished 11th. No, that was Indy. 33rd at Pocono, and then 30th at Nashville, and 16th at the first Kansas race.
Okay.
And 23rd at Texas, 17th back here in the spring. Yeah. So I would agree. I feel like his ceiling is absolute ceiling is 37 points. I don't know. At 6K, I'll gladly take 37 points, but I just necessarily see him getting to 15th. I feel like he's more like an 18th or 20th.
I would agree with that. So, yeah, I don't want to say I don't want any Ricky, but it'll be low.
Definitely someone I'm going to keep in the player pool and get some of.
Yes.
Not someone I'm making a priority.
Justin Haley started 16th. Did he out-qualify himself?
I don't know. That's another guy that's going to be very low owned, starting 16th, but I quite decided what I want to do with him. He'd show him what qualified himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, as of right now, I think I'm out, but yeah.
Finished 18th at the first Kansas race, 24th at first Vegas. Yeah. I can't do it.
I can't either. Todd Gilliland. I'd probably rather play Gilliland than Haley. Gilliland didn't look His car, I guess his car did show a little bit of speed. I mean, it doesn't look like anything spectacular, but for 5,800, I feel like that's a decent play there. I think my favorite value, I think we'll just skip to that because, I mean, obviously we don't have to talk about all of them, but like Ryan Preece, the car didn't look there, but like that team for some odd reason has been on fire.
Yeah, I mean, he's been pissed off. He wasn't involved in the study groups, I guess. But
I remember that. But like, I think Preece and Hemrick, I think, are probably my favorite values right now.
definitely.
Hemrick looked like his car actually looks like I would say definitely probably low 20s.
He finished 19th in the spring here, so
Okay. Yeah, that I think right now I think that's my favorite value play. And then nothing data wise backs this up, but Ryan Preece's car didn't look that great, but like just by what Ryan Preece has been doing, they just can't count around 600. I hate Jimmy Johnson qualifying 29th, but car didn't look half bad.
no, he did not look bad at all. But I feel like I don't think he's here to race. I think he's here just to make sponsors happy and drive around. And
yeah,
knowing that it's around, he's not.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So I think that's where we are now. I mean, like we said, it's going to be tough. We could try to build a lineup here. Let me pull up DraftKings. We can see we are building it. So give us.
While you're pulling that up, I'm going to hit on this niche sports real quick. Testing these sims out for these guys right now. And they, a couple people test them out and get a for what they could possibly do descriptions next season. Right now, there's only 5 of us in the group, 2 guys that actually does the Sims, but they pick a tool in the matter 3 guys. But I'll pick one of them, Kyle Larson, highest price guy. Seeing him all Baltimore roughly 30% of the time, which is right in line with the rest of those guys. High price there. The mid-price guy is going to be Bubba Wallace, 7 right around that 20-30%. And then the value was Daniel Hemrick at 5,100, being 17%. I use this last, and I'm making a late swap. I trusted Dinger over Larson instead. That's I used it yesterday at Xfinity Race, and it was the only thing that was a miss on it was Dinger, and I don't think anybody seen AJ Allmendinger coming out to do what he did.
No.
If that one cousin top was, Allmendinger's irrelevant. So
I agree. So let's build a couple contest or lineups here. Let's build a. You want to just?
I don't care if we build a cash.
All right, yeah, let's just go GPP then. Let's go. We'll just go like a moderate conservative. We'll go a like complete what the heck kind of GPP lineup. So, I feel like I want Larson.
All right, 100%. And then I feel like we just go straight down and get. I want to go Hemrick value.
Yep, I like that. Okay, so Hemrick.
Now the question is, we're early.
Mm-hmm. So since this is a conservative one, let's just go Bell, and what the heck one we'll go Reddick. So, yeah, go ahead and I'll let you pick next.
I'm gonna go down and hit Bubba Wallace.
I like Bubba Wallace today. We'll have a lot of Bubba. Okay, so 8. Now this is a conservative. Blaney.
I kind of assumed you'd go there.
Yeah. My picks were kind of, I guess, really safe.
I like where that leaves us, though.
Where does that leave us? McDowell.
Dylan. Zane Smith.
Zane Smith. So we got, all right. So basically,
I actually like mine a lot.
All right. So let's clear that.
Bell, Blaney, Wallace, Zane Smith, and Daniel.
Like that too. I might submit one of them. All right. So now let's go. What the heck? Kind of pivot a couple. You know, this will be a large field GPP. Way 8 times out of 10, but the 2 times that it hits, you're gonna hit for 10 times your money. So let's go Reddick. We did. Where are you gonna go next on this?
Let's go Hamlin.
Hamlin? All right, I like that. So we got that. Let's go value wise. I think I still like Hemrick. I think I might be really, really high on it. I think Hemrick might be.
I can see me being damn near 100% on Hemrick.
I was going to say that too, yeah. So, all right, we'll let you pick next.
Just real quick, going to hit on the fact that we didn't burn the Discord up yet. So
no, we didn't.
I just seen old Ben get in there and just wanted to say that he mentioned he is a law, but doesn't see a reason. So Ben knows what the fuck he's doing. He was just at the fantasy racing world championship. So definitely a guy that when he says something, you definitely
listen. Yes. Guys, get in that Discord. I will post in the comments a link to the Discord. It's expire after 7 days, so I'll just keep doing that. I'll post a new link in the Discord after we post this video. Definitely join that. And there is a lot of sharp minds in there. So
yeah, we had 2 guys
at the fantasy that qualified. Yeah,
I want to say 3 guys qualified.
Okay, it's awesome. So
we got
you're
Hamlin,
good.
Reddick, and Hemrick.
Yep, and now it's on you.
Since we're
like a what is in, but the 2 times you hit,
son of a bitch.
What about a Joey? I think great. Kind of what the heck.
Let's do it.
Okay. Now, does it worry you to have 3 guys inside the top 10? Now, there is more laps in the Roval.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No. Now, I don't think I would. If you were putting 3 of them, like you said, I like those 3, but I wouldn't go like a host of all, and then 2 others because like I don't feel like it's gonna have a lot of stuff.
No, I wouldn't do like any more than one of like Hocevar, Bowman, Gibbs, Chastain.
Boys, I like Suarez's speed. I don't know. It leaves us though. I either want a double punt here or like not necessarily double punt. But what if we went where would that leave us if we went Priest? That'd leave us 89.
Would you be down to, instead of Logano, switch out Logano or Cindric? I feel
Yeah.
like they're kind of the same play, but Cindric's cheaper.
So let's do that. So that leaves us 6. I actually like where that leaves us now. Like I said, I didn't like where Logano left us. Do you go like a Bowman? But I don't like.
I don't really want to have 3 guys
No.
up 4. Oh, we're getting different. What if we go Kyle Busch? I really like where that leaves us.
I mean, you can still go like a Suarez. What would that leave you 10?
Elliott, Busher.
I like that. You want to go Busher?
I like one.
I do too. I think Bubba's got the faster car, but I mean Bush. Yeah, so that's a different lineup.
Like it too, though.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it, guys. I will post the Discord link in the description in the comments. So
Who do you got to win?
Do we want to go? I don't know. I feel like it's hard to bet against Reddick right now. You got a car, but I think it's probably a Larson day again.
I'm thinking the same.
Yeah, I think it's not. If it's not, yeah, Reddick, it'll be Larson. So, do you think anybody outside the playoffs has a chance?
Bowman.
Chastain, maybe again.
Dominate, but
no.
I think they stick around and have a chance to be there at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. The Maids. Elliott, I'm all on that train. Do we have any other like real controversial fades? I don't feel like it. Blaney. Yes, it does make sense, but
I feel like it is very hard to do so.
Very risky too. Yeah. So guys, we will be in the Discord. We'll post a link. I got to start building here. I haven't built it all, so I'm going to start building. And yeah, any questions, shoot them over in the. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll know how we're doing. Let us know what you want to see, and let's crush it.
Yeah, see.